this is T4, and this is a new segment I made up called the T4-TV discussion or panel, or whatever you want to call it. In this panel or discussion, I'm going to be talking with a friend of mine known as Dinmyx on YouTube about, well, anime. Say hi, Dinmyx.
Hi, y'all.
Alright, on the first discussion, we're going to be talking about probably the most overrated animes that's around to this day.
Inuyasha!
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Inuyasha is probably one of the most overrated animes that I may have known to this day. I mean, it has so much repetition, it makes your ears bleed. Plus, the art style is a bit, it's great and all, but I feel like as if they repeat the same story.
Well, it's kind of old, too. It seems like they use this style a lot in the 1990s. I mean, you see it with Yu Yu Hakusho and a lot of other things. It just seems kind of old.
Yeah, the repetition I'm talking about, for example, is this. Inuyasha! Kakume! Inuyasha! Naraku! And they repeat the same attacks over and over again that it gets really old, and it makes you not want to be interested in the anime anymore. And I used to like the show, but now I just don't anymore because, one, so much repetition, two, the story lacks, and three, the ending sucked so bad. It was that horrible. It's like Erica's 7 ending, in a way.
I actually like the anime a lot. I mean, I've just recently started watching it again, but I know how repetitive it is because I've seen it for the last 4 years.
Yeah, you didn't like it too much.
Well, remember, I hate everything at first. I hated Fullmetal Alchemist for the first 3 years, and now I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, because I think you like Edward or Alphonse Elric, both of the brothers.
Well, okay, they're my favorite characters.
Yeah, I know. There are other characters you like in the Fullmetal Alchemist. It's a good anime. At least it's not overrated just like Inuyasha is. I mean, it had a good ending to it. It had a good way of ending it, and that's simply about it.
I don't have that many favorite characters. Only like 51 total.
That's a lot, though.
No, it's not.
No, it's not real.
Oh.
Alright, now, there's several animes in which I've talked about, well, there's only one I talked about, which is Pocket Monsters, also known as Pokemon. I mean, it's the same thing as Inuyasha, only it's child-oriented, yet the story is just the same freaking thing. I mean, it's all about Ash trying to get his stupid 8 badges, and they try to help all these town folks on what they're going through, instead of the person taking care of it from themselves.
Not to mention Team Rocket's stupid disguises that you can obviously tell who it is.
Except for the main character, since they're dumb as a rock. And their motto, it's like, you hear it, it's like a song you hate, like Soulja Boy. You hear it like over 1,000 times, you want to tear your ears off.
But I like that song.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
End of discussion.
I'm a lady. You don't end a discussion with the lady. It just keeps repeating on and on. Oh my god, I'm being so sexist. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, I mean, Pocket Monsters, the only good thing about Pocket Monsters now is just the games. That's the only good thing about it. The anime is just so much repetition. It's just makes it just poor. It's just that poor to me right now. And people get overwhelmed of people not liking One Piece at times. I mean, what's the big deal? It's just a show, and if no one doesn't like it, really, who cares?
Sure, I mean, some people are really gonna love One Piece, but if you don't like it, I mean, that's totally respectable. Everybody has their different opinions, and, you know, if you don't like it, then you don't like it.
I feel like the problem with animes right now is just the fanboys and fangirls. I mean, for example, you have fanboys and fangirls, pairing characters to each other randomly without any logical reason at all, and
not to mention the yaoi pairings,
and also the hentai. Oh god. Ugh. I mean, just hearing about this stuff makes you not become an anime enthusiast, because just some of the things they say is just ridiculous. Like, if I say that I don't like Inuyasha, I maybe get bashed on it because I don't like it, which is kindly pathetic.
And not to mention with the crack pairings that they have, and what I mean by this is 2 characters that will obviously never get together. And please, fans, don't get mad at me when I say this, but one I think of is Inuyasha and Moroku. I really don't see how this pairing would work.
Well, in my my opinion,
If
I
anyone
don't
would
really-
like to enlighten me, please send me a personal message.
what I like to say about this is that if you like those pairings, fine, but do not consider it as canon, just like Little Sama did in her one video in which it's about the slash pairings or whatever it is. And mainly, it's just that the problem is that they just take it way too hard. It's like their anime is their life, when mainly all they need in their life is to have a job, have a family, the end. I mean,
Well,
you're
you
so
mean that they're taking it too seriously, though?
yeah, exactly. Except, including that one guy I heard about who is completely obsessed with Elise from Sonic Next Gen. I mean, he's that obsessed that some people say that she is his life, in which I find it kind of awkward if you think about it.
That's kind of sad, though, when your anime becomes your whole life. Like, your whole life revolves around that.
And some of the animes, to some fanboys and fangirls, it breaks our friendship because of a simple argument or a flame war. And it just makes the anime unenjoyable. I mean, anime is just an art in which anyone can enjoy, not just to fight over it just because of some fictional characters on pairings, nor on fanfics, etc.
And especially if this person is your friend, then why would you want to break a friendship, a perfectly good friendship, with someone you have known and gotten to know just because of an anime pairing that you two can't agree on?
I mean, it's just like the Sonic Flame Wars. I mean, people break up their friendship because of this bullshit. I mean, it just makes me not part of the fanboys, and I realize what fanboys and fangirls are now. They are people that are fans of the franchise, but if you say something, one bad thing about it, they're gonna go off on you like some Siamese cat in a barrel full of water and scratch your face out.
Well, I will say this, that if you cannot agree to disagree with even your closest friends, then what's going to happen is when you start dating someone and you cannot agree to disagree, that's going to ruin your relationship, and if you ever get married, God help you.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If a couple got married and this one guy just looks at hentai all day and all night, then that means that the guy doesn't give two jack shit about the girl that he got married.
That's very true, and she will divorce him in a heartbeat. I know I would. I wouldn't put up with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem with the anime now is just the fanboys and fangirls. I mean, there's some of the fan fiction in which some of them are based. Some of the fanfics I know about, they're just horrible to no end. Some of them I know are pretty good at times, but I'm just not too big on the fan fiction stuff at times, even though I write some myself. Mainly, to be honest.
I do too. It just never gets posted, and I never finish it.
Yeah, we have a fan fiction account. It's basically a Dinmyx and mine's account that we try to write stories and we try to post it. We haven't even made a single one yet. Mainly.
I can't remember the username, so please don't ask what it is.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, pretty sad. Let's see. If there's a good anime right now to see, I know Death Note's one of them, but
Oh,
right
yeah.
now it's getting to the
Oh, yeah.
point where it's getting a bit over it, but not as much as Inuyasha nor Naruto. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about Naruto. That one's a bit over it as well, to no end. I mean, that's the first anime that I started talking about in which it's overrated, along with Pocket Monsters.
Well, it is, but mainly I think it gets kind of overrated because they did format it for a kid's show, which I think was completely idiotic that they did that. But yes, they have so much of the franchise, the toys, the games that suck horribly, and even the clothes. I mean, these people are making millions of dollars off of something, that kids
That's
are going to
simply
buy.
an art. It's just an art, not some sort of marketing merchandise.
But they would turn it into that, just like how people will make plushies of Kingdom Hearts because they know that people will buy it. And then they sell these things for $50 frickin' dollars.
Exactly.
Who wants to pay that much for a Riku plushie? Unless you're a huge fan. Which I can understand. I have paid $40 for a Resident Evil CD before. So.
Yeah. Alright, we're almost close to the 10-minute limit. So, Dinmyx, what are your final thoughts on this discussion?
Yeah, I don't know, except the only pairing I'm liking right now is Ellen Misa and kind of Ellen Light.
Well, my final thoughts is that if the fanboys and fangirls...
Then again, Light's kind of a jerk, so, yeah.
Okay, we're almost out of time. So, anyways, see you guys, and have a nice day.
Darkness the Curse, made in China.
skills.